Hello, welcome back. Jessica here. So on my left hand I have my July birthstone, ruby inspired mani. I'll put that in the cards for you. And on my right hand I have just a layer of natural from iGel Beauty on all of my nails, and that's because one of the colors, this one, Crux, is a mood changer. This one my sister sent to me, so I don't have a whole lot. And I'll also be using Pillow Talk, so I do have more of that. But this mani is for my sister's birthday. I asked her what her favorite manis were, and this was one of the pictures that she sent me. She is also on Instagram at duckies_dips, so go check out her Instagram page. She does not have a YouTube channel, but I'm going to be recreating her mani. So she did use Crux for her pinky, index, and thumb finger, and then Referral Nails Champagne for her middle and her ring finger. I don't have Champagne by Referral Nails, but so that's why I chose Pillow Talk. I felt that it was a close glitter option that would still look good with the mood changer. And my sister loves her mood changers because if you watched the birthstone mani, you'll see that one was also a mood changer, and I used inspiration from one of her manis for that as well. So here is a mistake. If you noticed in the picture, her ring finger and middle finger are the chunky glitter, right? So why am I applying mood changer to those nails? I don't know what happened. I just was not paying attention to myself. I don't know where my mind was. I was just like, la-di-da, applying my dip powder, yay me. I don't know what was going through my head or what I was thinking, and I didn't even notice. I'm just going along here, doing the second nail that's supposed to also be glitter, not paying attention to anything. I have no words for what happened. I have no idea. I'm just doing my basic dip powder application, and I did the natural as the first layer because I don't have a whole lot of the Crux, so I didn't want to do 3 layers of that dip powder, so I used the natural as just like my first layer because I typically like to do 3 layers. And the same thing with the chunky. See, here's where I noticed that I did the wrong one. You see me slap my hands like, stupid, what did you do? Did my whole hand before I even noticed. But anyway, I did the natural under the chunky glitter nails as well, because if you try to do 3 layers of the chunky glitter, it can get a little thick and kind of lumpy, bumpy. So we'll talk about that more as well. So I end up with more than 3 layers of dip on those 2 nails because I accidentally did the Crux, but we'll work it out. And you'll notice too when I'm applying the base coat, I actually got this tip from YouTube channel Amnea's Wish. So go check out her mani. She does some really beautiful manis. But she said that when she's applying the base powder, she doesn't go all the way back or start all the way back at her cuticle line. She kind of starts in the middle of her nail because you have the most base liquid on your brush when you first take it out of the bottle, so that way it's not all super like globbed on or thick at your cuticle line. If you kind of start in the middle of your nail, you can always push it back from there, but you can't kind of push it back from your cuticle line, if that makes any kind of sense. Okay, so I am activating the 3 nails that have the mood changer just so that they start to harden, and that way when I start working with Pillow Talk, the chunky glitter, they're not going to, if they do land on those nails, they're not gonna like stick or stay or anything. This is a really pretty glitter. It's probably a little bit more on the coppery or rose gold kind of side than the champagne is that my sister used, but I thought it was still a pretty color to match with the crux. Okay, and I switched over to my glitter liquid as well. But you'll notice what I'm going to do is a pour over method. I've learned this trick also from a couple of other YouTube channels, where if you kind of, with a chunkier glitter, pour over first, you will get some of those chunky glitters, but you tend to get a little bit more of the fine glitters or the acrylic powder that's within that glitter more for the first layer, and that will kind of help keep the layers a little bit on the thinner side. So I do end up doing 2 layers this way, and then I'll place some chunky glitters, but I think in hindsight, since I already had a layer of the natural, I already had a layer of the crux, and this is going on my 3rd layer for these 2 nails now, what I probably should have just done was the 1 layer and then place chunky glitters, or the chunkier pieces, exactly where I want them, with like dabbing a little bit of base coat. And I do end up doing that as well, but I think just to not have any like bumps or sharper edges sticking up or anything like that from the glitters, that probably would have cut down on that a little bit. So one thing that I did a little bit different on this nail, on my ring finger for that 2nd layer that I did, I poured over again. And on this nail, I dipped in to the powder. So I do end up going in with a little bit of base on my ring finger and placing some of those chunky glitters. But I think because I dipped into the powder on my middle nail, that I didn't have to end up placing any extra glitters or chunkier glitters on that nail. So just something to kind of keep in mind when you kind of dip into the powder, you end up getting a little bit more of those chunky glitters. So I'm just going to zoom in so you can kind of see what it is that I'm doing as well. And this is really just personal preference, but it's a nice way to kind of get more of those glitters exactly where you want them without having to add a whole nother layer of the entire dip powder and then ending up with too much thickness on your nail. So I know chunky glitters can kind of be intimidating, but if you find a way for them to kind of, you know, work for you as far as how to apply them, you know, they don't have to be so intimidating. Okay, so I do apologize. I don't know what happened. I did cap and clear, but I'm not sure what happened as far as the recording is concerned. I didn't exactly get that part. So this is actually after filing. That's my second coat of activator before I go in with my final top coat. So here I'm just kind of cleaning off the activator and any filing dust that might be left over with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. But you could also use a paper towel or a lint-free wipe. And I'm going to go in with my top coat. So I am using my Referral nail liquids today. But again, and I found it, especially for the Referral nails, that second layer of activator is quite important. I found in the past I was getting a little bit frustrated with Referral top coat because it would always look dull. It didn't have that nice super shine that you like to have, especially on the glitters, but that second layer of activator is super important. That's what kind of gives your top coat that shine. So for the first layer of your top coat, you saw I just did 3, maybe 4 swipes across the whole nail. That's all you want to do, and then you can be more thorough on your second layer. And then I always kept my free edge as well because I want to keep them on as long as possible since I do use the peel base. And I'm sorry if you hear noise in the background. My dog is drinking water and making noises. And then after the second layer of my top coat, I generally, for the Referral nails, will let them dry about 3 to 5 minutes. They do dry fairly quickly for this brand. I usually wait a little bit longer for my iGel brand, but they are nice and shiny, and that glitter is so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Candi Skin Care, and this was one of the trio sets, I believe, from back in maybe April. That's the Sugar Rush scent. And I really like the pens because you can really kind of get in between with that brush applicator, in between, like that skin in between your nail and your cuticle, like that I don't know what you call it. Like that, just like all that in between, you know, where your nail bed meets your cuticle. It gets sometimes dry. My skin always ends up being quite dry, so I find the cuticle oil really helps. But let me know what you think of this mani. And today is my sister's birthday, so happy birthday to my sister. And go check out her Instagram page. I know she loves to post all of her manis on Instagram, and she does some really beautiful ones. And please like and subscribe and share. We recently hit 100 subscribers on my channel. And I'm just going to have a little bit of fun here and show you the color change from cold to hot. So I have my ice cubes in my cold water. The other one is hot water, just so you can see kind of what the cold color looks like with the chunky glitter. And just, I thought that Pillow Talk was a nice complementary color to both shades of that mood. I always want to call it mood polish, but it's powder. I just remember going to the salon and getting like the mood polishes. Anyway. Let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. And until next time, bye for now.